Starfield is well on its way to being one of the biggest games in gaming history. With over 250,000 lines of dialogue and 1,000 planets, it's hard to deny that the scope of the game is some of the biggest we have seen in the industry. But that's not what's interesting about Starfield. It's the little things Bethesda is trying to do that will hopefully make the sci-fi adventure a great game. And what is up guys, Ange from the Denmen here, and today I want to take a look at the RPG elements we will be seeing that will make Starfield one of the best single player games to date. There's a lot that could be coming to the game, so if you're excited, make sure to leave a like and comment what you want to see from Starfield. With that being said, we have a lot to go over, so get comfy, relax a little, and let's get right into the video. Starfield is attempting to do something that not a lot of games could accomplish. We see a lot of different features of the game building off of past Bethesda titles like outpost building from Fallout 4 and 76, but more surprisingly is how similar it is to Oblivion. We see a lot of little things like how dialogue will work, its persuasion minigame, and even having an adoring fan very similar to the one from the Elder Scrolls 4. There are so many similarities between the two projects, even though they are in very different genres. Bethesda wants to go back to the more RPG side to their games, and Oblivion became the gold standard for these sets of titles. We know that Starfield is going to rely heavily on player choice to set your own path in the story, but what is going to influence your choices? Starting off, they are giving the player the option to create their own background and story. With these backgrounds and traits, you will be able to design the way that you want to play. If you want to play as a combat medic, you will get perks designed to fit that role. Same goes for all the other ones as well. These backgrounds will influence the way that characters in Starfield will see you and respond in different ways to it. This changes up each playthrough just a little bit, but all of these small changes will add up and make it that much better. There are also traits available to the player that take it even further. These traits are equipped with unique advantages like starting off with a player home or having higher health in certain areas of the game like space. This is a great addition to Starfield and will help define your player to make it your own. Taking Starfield deeper into the RPG side of Bethesda games is amazing to see, and I hope we get to see more of what to expect there. This is not all though, because factions will be taking a bigger role than we have ever seen. There are a number of different factions ranging from the United Colonies to the Ecliptic Mercenaries, and all of them will be bringing their own way to experience the AAA sci-fi adventure. What gets me so excited about them is that it looks like Bethesda will be taking them even further and making them major players not only in the main story for Starfield, but also in all the other aspects of the game as well. Ones like Constellation will play a big role in the game and cover the space exploration fantasy to it, but there are also those like the Crimson Fleet that will bring with it a more space pirate theme and overall a different feel to such a massive game like Starfield. If you want to be a space pirate, join the Crimson Fleet. If you want to bring order to the settled systems, the United Colonies will be the one for you. And if you want to take on the corporate side to space, then Ryujin Industries is the perfect place. I'm really interested to see how far they go into factions because they could define what your character is and who you are in Starfield. We know that Bethesda will be going deeper into the RPG side of things with their factions, and of course, backgrounds and traits, but a little more obscure thing is the dialogue. They are taking a page out of Oblivion's book with their persuasion minigame and dialogue options. You'll be able to talk to NPCs to learn new information and overall just the regular system that we all remember. But in Starfield, we can go further with a new persuasion minigame similar to that of the game Oblivion, which will involve risk and reward. From the latest deep dive into Starfield, we see our character talking to a member of the Crimson Fleet who wants to loot our ship. There are a couple of ways we can go, by persuading them to leave the ship, attacking them, or even taking their ship. Bethesda wanted to feel like there was no wrong answer, and whichever way you go will define your player and your choices in game. It is definitely interesting to see a system like this return and given its own little twist on it. I love the idea of having the player have to choose, and I hope that the game takes this even further with branching paths from these choices we make from the dialogue options. We can see a lot of different things happen with this feature and is an overall great addition to the game. A way to go even further down the RPG rabbit hole will only make Starfield better and is definitely a plus in my opinion. Starfield is well on its way to being one of the biggest games of all time, not just from all of the dialogue lines or the planets, but its RPG elements will only make it seem that much larger. All of these great additions to the game will make Starfield more replayable and hopefully just overall a very solid game. There's still no official release date for the game, so stay tuned for any news on that. We just did a video detailing the likelihood of when Starfield will release and whether it will get delayed, so if you missed that, make sure you check it out. Even though we still don't know when it will be releasing, it doesn't stop us as fans to speculate on every little thing we want to see in the game. So if you enjoy these videos, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, comment any videos you want to see in the future, and I'll see you all next time!